Hey guys, so I have some hip pre-rehab movements that you can start to do daily to help you to build strength in your hips. If you are a runner, if you're a cyclist, if you've got idiosyncrasies or lower back pain, all of this is going to help. You're going to have to excuse the mess around. I'm about to move in a couple of days, in the next 10 days or so moving back to Switzerland, and I am limited with things and spaces, but I wanted to keep the content coming for you guys. This is also content that I utilize to keep my body healthy whilst I'm in the middle of moving, whilst I don't have access to certain pieces of equipment, limited equipment, and so on and so forth. So let's get started. We're going to start with 90-90. You can do 2 rounds. So you're going to sit here. The leg 90-90 is 90-90 because the legs are in 90-90 position. So you're going to see here and here. Now I like to think about it as there is a slight opening through here, so I like to push that crease down. That means this knee is going to lift up, and to push that knee back down, I'm going to actually just squeeze my glutes. Now it won't automatically always go down, and if you are struggling sitting up tall in this position, place a block under the front glute and thigh area and lift yourself up a lot. So to the point where you can sit tall. Then I like to place my hands here in between, so you're up nice and tall, squeeze that glute, push back into that back hip, and lean forward with a straight back, and you're going to hold here for about 30 seconds. And then from there, you're going to just use no hands, look mum, no hands, if you can, and if you have space, and change over to the side. So remember here, there's a little gap here, peekaboo, right? So we want to push that down so you get more of a feeling of active flexibility where you're using the glute in the front leg to bring the knee down, and a feeling in the back leg to be stretched. So as I do this, I am doing the 90-90 position. I push that back down, I rotate forward, I squeeze my glute down, hands come here, and I'm feeling a really nice stretch here, but I'm also feeling a really nice stretch as I lean forward. Use the block if you need to, straight back. And here is the first exercise. Maybe 2 sets of 30 seconds to begin with, to get the movements and the feeling of the body. Then from there, what I like to do is I like to stand up tall. Imagine I have a wall here. As I said, I'm a little bit limited in access. Also got my daughter on holidays and she's in the other room at the moment, so I want to give her space. So I imagine I'm pushing onto a wall here, and from there we're going to activate our hip flexors by lifting up and down. And you're putting as much activation into the core and wall as you need. The core is the most predominant activation as you pull up, and you're balancing here and trying to keep your hips even. And the wall helps you to balance, but also core activation. You can also point and flex, and you're doing around 1 minute. This is going to help unilateral stabilization of the legs. When we walk, we have that unilateral work. From there, we're going to come on down. How low can you go? Your feet are going to come down, and you're going to go into bridge. From bridge, you're going to lift on up, and you're going to try not to rotate those hips. Shimmy to the left, shimmy to the right. I'll show you from here first. You're going to put your feet down, and from here, you're going to lift up one leg without rotating. Okay? Going to keep a very even platform in your torso. And you're going to do little marches for around 30 seconds. And as you march, make sure you don't sink down as the other leg lifts up. So not only do you have to keep the horizontal, inner thigh, big toe, little toe, and heel is pushing down, glute has to stay active on the leg that's on the ground, ribs have to stay in, and then you're doing the marching. Okay, so this one's actually a lot harder than it looks to keep even as you do it. A lot of people tend to sink down like this or rotate like this. That's not our aim. So make sure that you are working on that. From there, we're going to go into a groin stretch. So you're going to come into a wide leg child's pose, and you're going to pull your core in and sink back. And with your core in and sinking back, you're going to feel a nice stretch through the groin here. If you arch, you're going to lessen that stretch of the groin. We want that groin stretch, and we want that active groin stretch. We don't want it to be too strong, so if you need to scoot it in, scoot it in. If you don't want to sit too far back, if you can't get your bottom to your heels, that's okay. You just, as long as you're feeling that groin stretch. So you have your two legs a little bit wider apart, and from there, pull your ribs in, a little bit of an anterior pelvis tilt, and scooting your bottom back to where it's comfortable, whether it's here, here, or here. You're feeling that groin stretch. Beautiful. So I have 2 more movements for you to add on to this and to help you get your hips functioning with beautiful mobility, strength, and flexibility all together. The first one you are going to do is grab a band. So I have used very little equipment, and the equipment I'm using is equipment I can travel with, just like you. And from here, you're going to simply, and I say all of these simply because it is a simple movement, but activation is hard. So knees don't go in. You don't rotate on your feet. You keep tracking out and your feet over your knees over your feet, and you're going to squat and walk, squat and walk, squat and walk. So you're doing 1 step, 2 step, 1 step, 2 step. I'm just going to show you the complete 360 view. And you can also add a little bit, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So add it as you can. Okay? So you're doing around 30 seconds. Take a break and do 1 more 30 seconds. Now the last exercise I'm going to get you to do, my door handle is not so strong, so please use a stronger door handle than mine. I just want to give you the demo. Let's hope it doesn't pull off the handle. So you're actually going to come with this band onto your waist. And you're going to scoot forward. Again, I'm not going to put too much pressure on my door handle in case it comes flying into me. And you're going to sit down on your heels. I untuck my toes. And from there, I'll just show you from this angle first. I'm going to lift up, push against the band and squeeze and come back down. Now, the more I would pull forward, the more pressure I would have. So from here, I'm going up, squeeze, down. You can tuck your toes. Up, squeeze, down. And you would do around 10 repetitions and rest. So here is a nice hip rehab program that will help you to release any hip soreness or pain, or also to be able to increase and prevent injuries, increase range of motion, increase flexibility, increase strength. So many benefits to this, and there's multiple exercises you can keep adding on, but just doing this on a regular basis 3 times a week is going to help with lower back pain, help with hip pain, help with knee strength, even help with back pain, even help with all the chains of your body, because when we are from the center line out, this can impact all of the other lines because everything is connected. So again, thank you for all your support and joining me. I really appreciate it. I know that a lot of my content is a little bit more random because I do it as I do life and what I need and share with you guys. So thanks for your support, your likes, your thumbs up, your sharing with friends. All this content is for free on Instagram and on YouTube, just to help others out. As a fully qualified personal trainer and also yoga teacher, movement coach, I know how important it is to have access to this information, but also your support means the world for me to support my family and also to support myself as I journey and grow. Nothing is for free in this world, in the sense that we pay for internet to come online, or this person is, like myself, educating herself to be able to provide you content. So the more we can act with kindness, we can share each other, we can comment with kindness, or look towards other people we prefer rather than comment with negativity, the more we can make this sharing a beautiful full circle of helping each other all the way. Have a great day. Namaste.